Picture this scenario. You find yourself in the company of individuals who initially exude trustworthiness, but as time progresses, you begin to sense a growing discomfort. The source of this unease, you eventually realize, lies in these very people you once considered reliable. What if I were to unveil to you 15 specific types of individuals who, despite their outwardly benign appearances, might not be deserving of your trust and respect? Uncovering this truth could be the catalyst for a profound transformation in your interpersonal relationships. As a wise person aptly put it, it takes 2 decades to construct a solid reputation, yet it can be shattered in a mere 5 minutes. Trust serves as the foundational pillar in all forms of human connection, cementing our bonds with friends, family, and acquaintances. However, the real dilemma emerges when this trust is invested in the wrong people. In our exploration today, which is deeply rooted in the teachings of Stoicism, we will delve into identifying 15 categories of individuals who may not merit your trust and respect. This exercise isn't about passing judgments, rather, it's an exercise in discernment, in choosing who you let into your innermost circle with care and caution. Let's embark on this insightful journey together, armed with the principles of Stoicism. Our goal is to learn not just how to safeguard our trust but also to preserve our inner peace and serenity. By recognizing these types of people and understanding the subtle nuances of their behavior, we can make more informed decisions about whom to trust. This understanding is crucial in navigating the complex social landscapes we encounter daily, ensuring that our trust is placed wisely and our relationships are both healthy and fulfilling. Firstly, let's examine the manipulative individual, the archetype that commences our exploration. These individuals are the architects of deceit, skillfully weaving a tangled web of lies and emotional manipulation. They present themselves with a veneer of charm and concern, yet underneath this facade is a calculating mind that exploits others for personal gain. Their prowess lies in the subtlety of their approach. Their manipulative tactics are often not overt, creating a perilous game of shadows and deceit. How can you identify such individuals? One key indicator is to look for discrepancies between their words and actions. They might make grandiose promises but fail to follow through, revealing a disconnect between their statements and their behavior. Observe how they discuss others. Manipulators often speak ill of those who are not present, which might suggest how they could speak about you when you're not around. Their strategies might include inducing guilt, gaslighting, or portraying themselves as victims to elicit sympathy and exert control. They are proficient at distorting facts and situations to their benefit, often leaving you questioning your own perceptions. It's important to recognize that trust is a precious commodity, and in the hands of manipulators, it's perpetually at risk. The repercussions of interacting with such individuals extend beyond simple disappointment. Prolonged exposure to manipulators can lead to significant emotional and psychological strain. It's vital to heed your instincts. If you consistently feel drained, undervalued, or perplexed following interactions with someone, it could be indicative of their manipulative nature. Dealing with manipulative individuals requires the establishment of strong boundaries. Be explicit about what you deem acceptable and unacceptable in your interactions. Setting these boundaries is not just about self-protection, it's also about maintaining your mental and emotional well-being. By understanding these characteristics and learning to recognize them, you equip yourself with the tools needed to navigate relationships more safely, ensuring that your trust is bestowed upon those who truly deserve it. In confronting manipulative individuals, it's crucial not to shy away from saying no or probing into inconsistencies. Equally important is maintaining an emotional distance. While it's feasible to remain polite, it's wise to refrain from divulging personal details or seeking emotional support from them. In certain situations, the most prudent course of action might be to sever ties entirely, particularly if the manipulation is causing considerable harm to your well-being. This decision isn't straightforward, especially if the manipulative person is a close friend or family member. However, prioritizing your mental health is of utmost importance. The philosophy of Stoicism sheds light on the significance of discernment and emotional resilience. Stoics advocate confronting reality as it truly is, rather than how we wish it to be. Recognizing and accepting the manipulative nature of an individual empowers us to make well-informed decisions regarding our association with them. By distancing ourselves from manipulators, we pave the way for more authentic and wholesome relationships, where trust is both extended and received with sincerity and integrity. As we progress in our exploration, stay tuned for the next segment, where we will unveil the second type of individual. Our journey continues to be guided by wisdom and awareness as we navigate the intricate dynamics of human relationships. By understanding these different types of individuals, we equip ourselves with the knowledge and tools necessary to foster healthier, more fulfilling connections with those around us, ensuring that our trust is placed in those who truly deserve it. The second type of individual that warrants caution is the perpetual critic. These individuals seem to have developed a penchant for relentlessly finding fault in everything and everyone. Their words are often cutting, and their criticism seems incessant. Whether it's critiquing your life choices, aspirations, or even minor issues, nothing is immune to their scrutinizing gaze. The concerning aspect about perpetual critics is not solely their negativity, but rather the underlying motivations for their behavior. Often, their criticism stems less from the targets they choose and more from their own internal insecurities. They might be projecting their own fears, disappointments, or self-doubts onto others. Dealing with perpetual critics requires a nuanced approach. Initially, it's essential to differentiate between constructive criticism, which is beneficial and aimed at helping, and destructive criticism, which serves only to demean. While listening to their comments, it's more crucial to understand their motives. If you discern that their criticism is predominantly baseless and fueled by negativity, it's wise to keep a healthy distance. Engaging with perpetual critics can be an exhausting endeavor, akin to trying to fill a cup with a hole at the bottom. No matter how much positivity you introduce, it seems never to suffice. In the realm of Stoicism, we are taught the value of focusing on elements within our control. Although you cannot dictate what others say, you can certainly control your reaction to it. Setting boundaries here is key. Politely yet assertively make it known that while you are receptive to constructive feedback, unwarranted negativity is unwelcome. If such behavior continues, consider reducing your interactions with them. Your peace of mind and self-esteem are too precious to be compromised by incessant negativity. In essence, interacting with the perpetual critic offers a valuable lesson in self-respect and resilience. By choosing not to absorb their negativity, you safeguard your inner peace. As we progress in our exploration, let us retain the wisdom to discern which criticisms are worth heeding and which should be allowed to pass by, like the wind. Next, we will delve into the third type of individual, continuing our journey towards deeper understanding and Stoic wisdom. As our journey of discernment progresses, we encounter the third archetype, the fair-weather friend. These individuals radiate warmth and joviality when circumstances are favorable, but as soon as adversity strikes, they become conspicuously absent. Their friendship is akin to a leaf caught in the breeze, present during your moments of sunshine but missing when darkness looms. The fair-weather friend is often characterized by their charm and sociability, creating an illusion of deep connection. Yet, their loyalty and presence are as transient as they are ephemeral. They are present for celebrations and joyous occasions, but in times of need, when support, understanding, or a listening ear is most required, they tend to vanish. Identifying a fair-weather friend can be challenging, particularly when everything in your life seems smooth. However, a telltale sign is their reaction when you confront challenges or seek their support. Do they deflect the conversation, offer excuses, or simply disappear, only to reappear when the situation brightens? Such behavior is a clear indication of their fair-weather tendencies. Dealing with fair-weather friends necessitates a blend of openness and caution. It's acceptable to enjoy their company during the good times, but it's also important to recognize the limits of their reliability. This understanding allows you to manage your expectations and invest your emotional energy wisely. It's crucial to cultivate a circle of friends who are steadfast and supportive, who stand by you not only in your victories but also in your struggles. In Stoicism, we are reminded of the impermanence of external conditions and the importance of fostering inner resilience. Fair-weather friends serve as a reminder to cherish those who remain loyal in all seasons of life, and to be such a friend in return. As we continue our exploration, we are guided by the wisdom to discern the depth and quality of our relationships, ensuring that our emotional investments are made in those who truly value and reciprocate our friendship. Let's carry this insight forward as we delve into the fourth type of individual, deepening our understanding of the complexities of human relationships. While it's fine to relish the company of fair-weather friends, caution is advised when it comes to relying on them for emotional support or divulging your deepest vulnerabilities. Stoicism, a philosophy that emphasizes inner resilience and self-reliance, cautions against placing too much dependence on such unpredictable companions. Over-reliance on fair-weather friends can leave you ill-prepared for life's unavoidable challenges and tribulations. Therefore, it's important to appreciate the enjoyable moments spent with them, but it's equally crucial to establish a robust support network comprising people who are consistently present and supportive. These steadfast friends are the ones who remain by your side through both prosperous and trying times. They are the ones who truly merit your trust and respect. Their unwavering support provides a foundation of stability and strength in your life. As we progress beyond the concept of the fair-weather friend, we ready ourselves to explore the fourth type of individual on this enlightening journey. Each person we encounter along this path imparts valuable lessons about ourselves and the intricacies of the world around us. Their behaviors and attitudes serve as mirrors, reflecting aspects of human nature and relationships that we might otherwise overlook. This journey is not just about identifying different types of individuals, it's also about introspection and personal growth. By understanding these various archetypes, we gain insights into our own responses and behaviors, fostering a deeper understanding of what we seek in relationships and how we can be better friends ourselves. Stay with us as we continue to navigate these insightful revelations, unraveling further wisdom and awareness in our pursuit of understanding the complexities of human connections. Each step in this journey brings us closer to a more profound comprehension of the nuances of human behavior and the importance of choosing our relationships wisely. We now shift our focus to the fourth individual to approach with caution, the gossip monger. This person revels in the currency of rumors and hearsay, often sharing stories that are not theirs to divulge. Their conversations are a tangled web of he said, she said, brimming with unverified details about the lives of others. Gossip mongers might portray themselves as well-informed or privy to exclusive information, but in reality, their penchant for gossip often masks deeper issues. This behavior may arise from a craving for attention, a desire to feel superior, or an attempt to deflect focus from their own lives. Engaging with a gossip monger is risky for two primary reasons. First, it entangles you in a network of unconfirmed and potentially damaging narratives. Second, and perhaps more crucially, it sets a precedent for how your own personal stories might be treated. The old saying holds true: if they gossip to you, they will gossip about you. So, how should you deal with a gossip monger? The key lies in not adding fuel to their fire. Be mindful about what you share with them and steer clear of participating in gossip-centric conversations. When confronted with gossip, a Stoic approach involves either steering the conversation towards more productive subjects or politely excusing yourself from the discussion. Stoicism teaches us to concentrate on our actions and virtues, rather than partaking in idle or detrimental talk about others. This practice not only upholds our integrity but also guards our mental peace. As we move beyond the realm of the gossip monger, let us take with us the wisdom to engage in enriching and constructive conversations. Such interactions contribute positively to our lives and the lives of those around us, fostering a culture of respect and meaningful communication. Up next, we will delve into another intriguing personality type in our ongoing journey of discernment and understanding. Each type we explore offers us a deeper insight into human behavior and the choices we make in our interactions, guiding us toward more fulfilling and authentic relationships. Part 5 of our journey brings us face to face with the narcissist, an individual whose existence orbits predominantly around their own self. Narcissists are often marked by an initial charm and charisma, skillfully drawing people into their sphere. However, this allure is merely a veneer masking their profound self-centeredness and a notable lack of empathy for others. In the narcissist's view, relationships are tools to enhance their ego and fulfill their desires, with scant regard for the feelings or well-being of others. Engagements with him tend to be lopsided, often leaving you in a position of giving constant support and admiration while receiving minimal, if any, reciprocation. Identifying a narcissist can be a complex task as they are adept at crafting an appealing exterior. However, their facade often crumbles in situations demanding empathy or balanced interactions. A narcissist's disinterest in others' lives and their inclination to continually redirect conversations to themselves are significant indicators of the true nature. Dealing with narcissists necessitates a robust sense of self and the establishment of firm boundaries. It's critical to understand that their behavior is a manifestation of their personality, not a reflection of your value. Engaging with them in anticipation of mutual respect and understanding is likely to result in disappointment. Stoic philosophy teaches us the importance of concentrating on our own virtues and not allowing the actions of others to disrupt our inner tranquility. This wisdom is especially pertinent in interactions with narcissists. By maintaining emotional detachment and not internalizing their behavior, we safeguard our mental and emotional well-being. As we journey past the realm of the narcissist, our understanding and resilience continue to grow. We're not just learning about different personality types, we're also strengthening our capacity to maintain our peace and self-respect in a variety of interpersonal dynamics. In the next segment, we will explore another personality type, further deepening our insights into how certain individuals might subtly influence our lives and well-being. Join us as we continue to navigate this enlightening path, enriching our comprehension of human nature and fortifying our emotional resilience. As we delve into the sixth archetype on our journey, we encounter the flatterer. This individual is a master in the craft of delivering compliments and making others feel uniquely special. However, beneath this surface of praise lies an often concealed motive. The flatterer employs adulation as a means to endear themselves to others, curry favor, or manipulate circumstances for their own benefit. Initially, it might be gratifying to be the recipient of such admiration, but it's crucial to evaluate the sincerity of these compliments. Are they heartfelt or merely a strategy? Flatterers have a tendency to lay on the praise thickly. Their commendations, while outwardly pleasing, may come across as insincere or overly exaggerated. The risk in engaging with a flatterer is in the potential to be unduly influenced by their charm. Their flattery can cloud your judgment, leading you to overlook possible flaws in their character or make decisions you wouldn't normally consider. To navigate interactions with a flatterer effectively, it's vital to remain grounded and view their compliments with a degree of skepticism. While it's okay to appreciate their praises, maintaining a healthy skepticism helps in discerning their genuineness. Observing their actions is key, as these are often more telling than their flattering words. If you detect a recurring pattern of insincere compliments being used as a tool for manipulation or personal gain, it's a clear indicator to reassess the nature of your interaction with them. In the context of Stoicism, we are reminded of the importance of discernment and not allowing external flattery to affect our internal state or decision-making. Stoics advocate for self-awareness and the pursuit of genuine connections based on sincerity and mutual respect. As we move forward from understanding the flatterer, let us carry the wisdom to distinguish between genuine praise and flattery with ulterior motives. This insight is invaluable in building relationships that are founded on authenticity and mutual trust. Up next, we will explore the seventh personality type, further enhancing our awareness and ability to navigate the multifaceted landscape of human interactions. Indeed, when you recognize a pattern of insincere compliments from a flatterer, used as a means to manipulate or gain favors, it's a clear signal to reassess the dynamics of that relationship. Within the context of Stoicism, we are encouraged to prioritize honesty and sincerity over superficial praise. Stoics teach us the value of being cautious with external validation and emphasize finding self-worth from within. By not depending on the validation of others, especially flattery that is not grounded in sincerity, we maintain our independence and self-respect. This Stoic philosophy guides us to a deeper understanding of our interactions and relationships. It teaches us to appreciate genuine connections and to be mindful of those whose intentions may not align with our well-being. The wisdom of Stoicism encourages us to be self-reliant in our sense of worth, thereby avoiding the pitfalls of being swayed by false admiration or deceptive charm. As we wrap up our discussion about the flatterer, we ready ourselves to delve into the seventh type of individual in our ongoing exploration. Each character we encounter on this journey sheds light on the complexities of human behavior and underscores the significance of exercising discernment in whom we trust and respect. These insights are not just about recognizing certain types of people but also about reflecting on our responses and choices in relationships. They guide us towards healthier, more authentic connections, where trust and respect are both earned and given with integrity. Stay tuned as we continue to navigate these enlightening revelations, gaining valuable lessons on human behavior and the nuanced art of building meaningful and sincere relationships. The seventh type of individual we explore on this journey is the victim. This person habitually perceives themselves as constantly beleaguered by misfortune, seemingly always at the mercy of external circumstances. They cast themselves as the perennial underdog, unjustly wronged by life, people, and various situations. While it's important to empathize with those facing difficulties, the victim adopts this role as a central aspect of their identity, often using it to elicit sympathy or avoid personal responsibility. One of the key challenges in dealing with the victim is their persistent refusal to acknowledge any contribution to their own troubles. They tend to shirk accountability, attributing all their problems to factors beyond their control. Engaging with them can become emotionally taxing, as their narrative is predominantly filled with complaints and grievances, leaving scant room for positive or constructive discourse. Identifying a habitual victim involves noticing their consistent pattern of blaming others and externalizing their challenges. They rarely take proactive steps to alter their situation, preferring to remain in their state of perceived helplessness. When interacting with the victim, it's vital to strike a balance between compassion and self-preservation. While offering support and advice is noble, one must be cautious not to be engulfed in their vortex of negativity. Encouraging them to accept responsibility for their actions and to actively seek solutions, rather than dwelling on their misfortunes, is a constructive approach. Stoic philosophy underscores the importance of concentrating on what lies within our control, our actions, responses, and judgments. This teaching is particularly pertinent when dealing with the victim. We can extend guidance and support, but the onus is ultimately on them to take charge of their circumstances. As we progress beyond the realm of the victim, we do so with the insight that while compassion is a commendable quality, it should be exercised with discernment. Recognizing when to extend help and when to step back is essential for maintaining our emotional well-being. This understanding aids us in nurturing healthy, balanced relationships where support is given wisely and boundaries are respected. Let's carry this knowledge forward as we continue to uncover more personality types, enhancing our ability to navigate complex human dynamics with empathy and wisdom. In part 8 of our journey, we encounter the envious. This type of individual harbors a covert resentment towards others' successes and achievements. On the surface, they may present themselves as supportive, but beneath this facade, they often grapple with feelings of jealousy and inadequacy. Envy is a particularly insidious emotion because it doesn't always manifest openly, making it one of the more challenging traits to identify. An envious person may offer backhanded compliments or diminish your accomplishments. Their envy can also emerge as passive-aggressive behavior or in efforts to undermine your successes. Rather than being inspired by your achievements, they may attempt to mimic or surpass them, driven by a compulsion to compete and affirm their own superiority. Recognizing envy can be difficult as it frequently masquerades behind a guise of friendliness or admiration. To identify it, pay close attention to how they respond to your successes or positive news. Do their congratulations seem genuine, or do they always manage to inject a negative undertone? Are they prone to drawing comparisons between their achievements and yours? Dealing with envious individuals requires both tact and a robust sense of self-worth. It's essential to remain confident in your achievements and not allow their negativity to diminish your sense of accomplishment. Maintaining a balanced perspective on their behavior helps in managing your interactions with them effectively. It's also important to avoid internalizing their envy as a reflection of your own worth. In the context of Stoicism, we are reminded to focus on our internal virtues and not to be swayed by external perceptions, including the envy of others. Stoicism teaches us to value our own journey and achievements independently of how others perceive or react to them. As we move past the realm of the envious, let's continue to embrace the wisdom of understanding and navigating through these complex human emotions. Our journey deepens our insight into not just recognizing various personality traits but also in managing our interactions with them in a way that preserves our inner peace and self-respect. In the next segment, we will explore the 9th and final personality type, further enriching our understanding of the diverse tapestry of human relationships. Indeed, it's important not to let the envy of others diminish your accomplishments or dampen your spirits. Celebrate your successes, but exercise discernment about with whom you share them. While it's natural and often joyful to share good news with an envious person, it might be prudent to exercise more restraint. Stoic philosophy encourages us to focus on our own path and not be swayed by others' negative emotions. Envy is more a reflection of the other person's internal struggles and insecurities, not an accurate assessment of your worth. Recognizing this helps in interacting with envious individuals without absorbing their negativity. When dealing with the envious, maintaining a sense of self-appreciation and perspective is key. It's about understanding that while you can control your achievements and how you perceive them, you cannot control others' reactions or feelings towards them. This understanding allows you to interact with a sense of composure and empathy, knowing that their envy is their issue to resolve, not yours to internalize. As we conclude our discussion on the envious, we ready ourselves to reveal the ninth and final personality type in our exploration. Each personality type we have discussed so far provides valuable insights into human behavior and underscores the importance of wisely choosing our associations. These insights not only help us in recognizing certain traits in others but also in reflecting upon our own responses and interactions, guiding us towards more mindful and fulfilling relationships. Stay tuned as we unveil this final type, rounding off our journey through the diverse landscape of personalities and relationships. This exploration aids in our understanding of the complexities of human interactions, empowering us to navigate our social world with greater wisdom and discernment. In Part 9, the final stage of our exploration, we encounter the judgmental individual. This person is marked by their propensity to form rapid and severe judgments about others. They often harbor unyielding perspectives of the world and show little tolerance for opinions and lifestyles that diverge from their own. The judgmental person is prone to hastily labeling, criticizing, and dismissing others without making any effort to understand differing viewpoints. Engaging with someone who is judgmental can be a formidable challenge, as their critiques tend to lack empathy and comprehension. They may possess a sense of moral or intellectual superiority, firmly believing their perspective is the sole correct one. The judgments are more than mere opinions, they are declarations that can significantly influence relationships and social dynamics. To recognize a judgmental individual, look for signs of rigidity in their attitudes and a reluctance to consider alternative viewpoints. They usually prefer to impose their views rather than engage in constructive dialogue. When interacting with a judgmental person, it's crucial to stay anchored in your own values and not be swayed by the narrow-mindedness. Uphold your beliefs and steer clear of engaging in unproductive arguments. The key to handling interactions with judgmental people lies in acknowledging their opinions while not internalizing them. It's possible to agree to disagree and maintain a respectful distance. Stoic philosophy underscores the importance of developing our character and judgments based on reason, empathy, and understanding. It encourages an open-minded approach and the recognition of the value in diverse perspectives. This Stoic approach is instrumental in dealing with judgmental individuals without being influenced by their constrained views. 10. Type of individual that may require caution in your trust and respect: the passive-aggressive person. This individual often expresses negative feelings, resentment, or aggression in an indirect and subtle manner. Unlike the openly confrontational or direct person, the passive-aggressive person uses less obvious tactics to express their discontent or opposition. Characteristics of a passive-aggressive person include: 1. Indirect communication. They often avoid direct communication and instead use sarcasm, backhanded compliments, or subtle digs to express their feelings. Their true intentions or feelings are cloaked in seemingly innocuous remarks or actions. 2. Avoidance of direct confrontation. They typically avoid direct confrontation, preferring to express their discontent or disagreement through indirect means. This might involve procrastination, intentional inefficiency, or forgetting to do important tasks. 3. Resistance through inaction. Passive-aggressive people might agree to requests or demands in person but demonstrate non-compliance through inaction or delay. Their resistance is not openly acknowledged, making it difficult to address. 4. Victimization and blame shifting. They often portray themselves as misunderstood or victimized, shifting blame onto others. This deflection serves as a mechanism to avoid responsibility for their actions and feelings. 5. Silent treatment or emotional withdrawal. They may use the silent treatment or emotional withdrawal as a form of control or punishment, rather than addressing issues directly. Dealing with passive-aggressive people requires patience and a keen eye for understanding underlying motivations. It's important to address issues directly, encourage open and honest communication. Confronting their behavior directly can sometimes prompt a more straightforward interaction. Maintain emotional balance. It's crucial not to get drawn into their emotional games. Keep your responses calm, rational, and focused on the issue at hand. Set clear boundaries. Establish clear boundaries regarding what is acceptable behavior. This helps in preventing manipulation and indirect control tactics. Focus on actions rather than words. Pay more attention to what they do rather than what they say. Actions often reveal more about their true intentions or feelings. Stoicism teaches the importance of focusing on what we can control, including our responses to others' behaviors. By approaching passive-aggressive people with a calm, rational mindset and clear boundaries, we can mitigate the negative impact of their behavior on our lives and maintain our inner peace. In conclusion, adding the passive-aggressive person to our list further enriches our understanding of the complexities of human behavior. Recognizing and appropriately responding to such individuals empowers us to cultivate healthier, more honest relationships and maintain our emotional well-being. 11. The pessimist is someone who habitually sees the glass as half empty. This individual's mindset is deeply entrenched in the belief that things will go wrong, often leading them to overlook the positive aspects of situations. Their conversations are frequently peppered with doubts and warnings, as they anticipate the worst possible outcomes. While caution can be a valuable trait, the pessimist takes this to an extreme, seeing risks and pitfalls where others might see opportunities for growth and success. Their negative outlook can be draining for those around them, especially in environments that require optimism and creativity. The pessimist's approach to life is not just about being realistic, it often verges on a refusal to acknowledge the potential for good. This attitude can be contagious, casting a shadow of negativity over group dynamics and personal relationships. Their pessimism can dampen the enthusiasm of others, creating an atmosphere where hope and ambition struggle to thrive. Dealing with a pessimist requires a balance of empathy and assertiveness. It's important to acknowledge their concerns, as they may sometimes offer valuable cautionary insights. However, it's equally crucial to counterbalance their negativity with positivity and a pragmatic approach. Encouraging a pessimist to consider alternative, more optimistic viewpoints can sometimes help them see things in a different light. However, it's also essential to recognize when their pessimism is unyielding and to protect your own mindset from being overly influenced by the negative perspective. In the realm of Stoicism, we are reminded of the importance of focusing on what we can control. This includes our attitudes and responses to life's challenges. Stoics advocate for a realistic, yet hopeful approach to life's uncertainties. Engaging with a pessimist, therefore, is an exercise in maintaining one's own inner tranquility and not allowing external negativity to disturb our peace of mind. Adding the pessimist to our list of personalities to be wary of serves as a reminder of the impact that a consistently negative outlook can have on our relationships and overall well-being. It underscores the importance of surrounding ourselves with people who not only recognize the challenges of life but also embrace its possibilities with hope and positivity. For the 12th type of individual to approach with caution, the controller. This personality type is marked by a strong desire to exert influence or dominion over others' lives and decisions. The controller often appears concerned and involved, but their underlying motive is to direct and determine the course of events and relationships according to their preferences. The controller's behavior is characterized by an overt or subtle manipulation of situations to maintain a sense of power and authority. They may offer unsolicited advice frequently and insist on their way as the best or only way. This insistence often comes from a deep-seated need for control rather than a genuine concern for others' well-being. In interactions, the controller often tries to dictate the choices and actions of others, potentially leading to a stifling of independence and self-expression. They may use emotional, financial, or even physical leverage to keep others in line with their expectations. In personal relationships, this can manifest as possessiveness, jealousy, or an overbearing nature. In professional settings, it might take the form of micromanagement or an authoritarian leadership style. Dealing with the controller requires firm boundary setting. It's essential to assert your independence and right to make your own decisions. Engaging in open communication about how their behavior affects you can sometimes lead to a positive change, though it's important to be prepared for resistance. Maintaining your autonomy in the face of control is crucial for your personal growth and emotional health. From a Stoic perspective, dealing with the controller involves understanding what is within our control and what is not. We cannot control the actions or attitudes of others, but we can control our reactions to them. Stoicism teaches us to respond with calmness, rationality, and independence, fostering inner strength and resilience in the face of external control attempts. Recognizing and understanding how to interact with the controller is a key step in maintaining healthy, balanced relationships, where mutual respect and independence are upheld. This insight helps in building connections that are enriching and supportive, rather than restrictive and oppressive. The 13th type of individual to approach with caution is the overpromiser. This person habitually commits to more than they can deliver, often driven by a desire to please, a fear of rejection, or a tendency to overlook practical realities. They are characterized by their enthusiastic assurances and grandiose promises, which are frequently followed by a pattern of under-delivery. The overpromiser's behavior is marked by a disconnect between their words and actions. They might agree to tasks, make commitments, or assure you of their support with great fervor. However, when the time comes to follow through, they often fall short, leaving tasks incomplete or obligations unmet. This inconsistency can stem from a lack of organizational skills, a failure to realistically assess their capabilities, or an overestimation of their resources. Dealing with the overpromiser involves setting realistic expectations and having clear communication. It's important to gently but firmly hold them accountable for their commitments. Encouraging them to consider the feasibility of their promises before making them can help in mitigating disappointments. It might also be necessary to independently verify their progress on commitments or have backup plans in case they fail to deliver. From a Stoic standpoint, dealing with the overpromiser reminds us to focus on what is within our control. While we cannot control whether others will fulfill their promises, we can control how we respond to these situations. This might involve planning for contingencies, communicating our needs clearly, and setting boundaries to protect our interests. Understanding the behavior of the overpromiser and learning how to interact with them effectively is crucial in managing both personal and professional relationships. This awareness helps in cultivating environments where reliability and accountability are valued, and where commitments are made with consideration and realism. For the 14th type, let's consider the indifferent. This person typically exhibits a lack of interest or concern about others' feelings, needs, or experiences. The defining trait is emotional detachment, which can manifest in various aspects of interpersonal relationships. The indifference behavior is marked by consistent disengagement from the emotional content of interactions. They might come across as cold, unresponsive, or uncaring, often leaving others feeling undervalued or ignored. This attitude can stem from various underlying issues, including personal insecurities, past traumas, or a simple lack of empathy. Interacting with the indifferent can be challenging, especially in situations that require emotional connection and mutual support. Their apparent lack of concern can be hurtful and frustrating, making it difficult to establish a meaningful relationship. In professional settings, this detachment might hinder teamwork and collaboration, while in personal relationships, it can lead to a sense of loneliness and disconnection. Dealing with the indifferent involves recognizing and accepting their limitations in emotional engagement. It's important to set realistic expectations about the level of emotional support they can offer. Communicating your feelings and needs clearly can sometimes help, but it's also crucial to seek emotional connection and support from other sources. From a Stoic perspective, dealing with the indifferent reminds us to focus on our own responses and well-being. Stoicism teaches the importance of inner resilience and the cultivation of personal emotional strength. It encourages us to seek fulfillment and emotional support within ourselves and from those who are capable of providing it, rather than solely relying on those who may not be able to meet our emotional needs. Recognizing and understanding how to interact with the indifferent is essential in managing our expectations and maintaining our emotional health. It helps us to cultivate relationships that are based on mutual understanding and emotional reciprocity. The 15th type of individual to approach with caution is the perfectionist. This person is characterized by an incessant pursuit of flawlessness and sets extremely high standards for themselves and often for others. While striving for excellence can be a positive trait, the perfectionist tends to take this to an extreme, where nothing ever seems good enough. The behavior of the perfectionist is marked by a constant focus on details, an inability to accept any form of error, and an unrelenting drive for perfection in all aspects of life. This can lead to significant stress and anxiety, not only for themselves but also for those around them. In work environments, they can be overly critical of colleagues' efforts, and in personal relationships, they may place unrealistic expectations on their partners or family members. Interacting with the perfectionist can be challenging due to their rigid standards and critical nature. Their inability to accept and appreciate good enough can create a tense and pressured environment. Their constant dissatisfaction and critique can be demoralizing, making it hard to feel confident or successful in their presence. Dealing with the perfectionist involves setting clear boundaries and communicating your own limits. It's important to recognize their high standards as personal choices, not universal truths. Offering constructive feedback about the impacts of their expectations and helping them recognize the value in imperfection can sometimes encourage a more balanced perspective. However, it's also crucial to protect your own well-being from the stress of their unattainable demands. From a Stoic perspective, interacting with the perfectionist is an exercise in understanding what is within our control and what is not. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our own actions and responses, and to accept imperfection in ourselves and others as a natural part of life. It encourages us to seek contentment in our efforts and progress, rather than in achieving an unattainable ideal. Understanding the mindset of the perfectionist and learning to interact with them effectively can help in maintaining a healthy balance between striving for excellence and accepting the imperfect nature of life. This awareness is key in building relationships and work environments that are supportive, realistic, and free from undue pressure. As we wrap up our discussion on the judgmental, our journey through the various personality types concludes. Each type has offered unique insights into human behavior and the importance of carefully choosing our associations. This exploration has not only enhanced our understanding of different personalities but also underscored the value of responding to them with wisdom, empathy, and self-awareness. These lessons are invaluable in navigating the complexities of human relationships, empowering us to foster connections that are enriching, respectful, and mutually beneficial. As we draw to a close on our series examining the 15 types of people who may not warrant your trust and respect, it's imperative to underscore that this isn't about passing judgments ourselves. Instead, it's about cultivating awareness and making deliberate choices regarding who we allow into our lives. Each of these personality types has shed light on various aspects of human nature, emphasizing the importance of surrounding ourselves with individuals who are positive, supportive, and open-minded. Thank you for accompanying us on this enlightening journey through the intricate terrain of human relationships. As we navigate our interactions with others, let's carry forward the wisdom and discernment we've gleaned. Remember, the quality of our relationships has a profound impact on our happiness and well-being. Making judicious choices about whom to trust and respect is crucial not only for our protection but also for fostering a life enriched with genuine connections and positive experiences. In the spirit of Stoicism, let's embrace the power of emotional resilience, the value of true understanding, and the strength that comes from a deep knowledge of ourselves and others. As we move ahead, let's apply these insights to build more meaningful and enriching relationships that enhance both our lives and those of the people we interact with. Once again, thank you for being a part of this series. If these insights have resonated with you, please feel free to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. Your reflections contribute significantly to our collective understanding and foster a community committed to wisdom and growth. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing for more content that delves into the profound aspects of philosophy, psychology, and personal development. Stay thoughtful, stay curious, and above all, stay committed to the path of self-improvement and understanding.